today we're really getting into something I think is fundamental if you want to achieve, well, pretty much anything, self-discipline.
That's the plan.
Our goal here is simple. Cut through the usual advice, extract the core insights from what we've looked at, and give you genuinely useful strategies, a shortcut to really getting it.
Exactly. Because, people often think self-discipline is just about pure willpower, something like only superhumans have.
Right. Gritting your teeth.
Yeah. But we want to reframe that. We'll dig into what it really is, why it's actually much more dependable than, say, motivation.
Which comes and goes.
Totally.
Yeah.
And crucially, how absolutely anyone listening can build it systematically.
Yeah. This isn't some innate gift you either have or don't. It's about understanding how it works and then, consistently putting in the effort. Doesn't matter what your goals are or where you're starting from. Okay, so let's unpack that. When we say self-discipline, what are we actually talking about? It's one of those terms, isn't it? Everyone uses it, but...
Well, at its heart, it's surprisingly straightforward. It's doing what you need to do even when you really don't feel like it.
Ah, that's simple, huh?
Pretty much. It's about controlling your actions, keeping them aligned with your bigger goals, even when your immediate impulse is to, watch TV or scroll social media.
And that immediately makes me think about motivation. We tend to wait for that feeling, don't we? Like, I'll do it when I'm motivated.
That's such a common trap. Look, motivation is great. It feels good, but it's notoriously unreliable. It's fickle.
Here today, gone tomorrow.
Absolutely. One day you're buzzing, ready to go. The next day you're tired, distracted. It's just gone. Self-discipline, though, that's different. It's reliable. It's like the engine that keeps chugging along, even when the road is bumpy or uphill. It keeps you moving forward when motivation has packed its bags.
Okay. So motivation might be the spark, maybe, but self-discipline is the actual fuel that keeps the engine running.
That's a good way to put it.
And that idea from the sources about it being like a muscle, the more you use it, the stronger it becomes. That really clicks. It makes it feel less like this fixed thing and more like, well, something trainable.
Precisely. It is trainable.
So here's the big question then. If it is a muscle, how do we actually train it? What are the practical workouts we can do?
Right. It really boils down to intentional action and, crucially, consistency. It's not about some massive heroic effort once in a while. It's the small, deliberate choices, day in, day out.
Okay.
So one of the most effective things, cultivating a consistent daily routine.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Routine, okay. Why is that so powerful?
It's not just about being organized. It dramatically reduces decision fatigue. When you decide once that you'll do X task at Y time and stick to it, you stop having that internal battle every single day. Should I do it now? Maybe later.
Yeah.
That energy gets saved.
That makes a ton of sense. And you see it in the examples, right? Like James, the writer.
Yeah, great example.
He decided, wake up early, write for 2 hours every single day for 2 years. Even when tired, he didn't wait for the muse.
He just showed up.
Exactly. And boom. First book published, career change, or think about Sarah, the engineer. Felt lazy after work. Who doesn't? But she carved out that hour for English study every evening. That consistency, not just random bursts, is what nailed her the job interview.
And Robert, the teacher.
Right. Just 30 minutes after dinner, 6 months. Made a huge difference in his confidence with students.
And that's the key thing. These seemingly small, consistent efforts, they compound. They build momentum. The routine itself becomes the habit, taking willpower almost out of the equation over time.
So less about forcing yourself, more about building the track for the train to run on.
Perfectly put. And alongside that, setting clear goals is vital. But not just any goals, bite-sized ones.
Why bite-sized?
Because vague goals like get better at English are hard to act on. Discipline thrives on clarity. You need to actually write down what you want to achieve, make it tangible.
Okay. So things like speaking more fluently or understanding movies in English, those are the big picture.
Right, the destination. But the discipline is in the journey, the steps. And big steps are intimidating.
They make you want to procrastinate.
Exactly. So you break it down. That huge task becomes a series of small, manageable wins.
Like the reading example. Don't try to read a whole English book at once. Just commit to, a few pages each day?
Precisely. Or Susan with that big report. She didn't just face the whole mountain.
No, she broke it down.
Research first, then just one paragraph a day, then editing. Systematic. She finished on time, high quality, no last-minute panic.
And the vocabulary thing. Trying to learn 1,000 words feels impossible.
Right, but learn 5 new words every day. That's what Sarah, David, and Mark did. Suddenly it's achievable. And 5 words a day, That adds up to over 1,800 in a year.
Wow. Small steps, big results.
It's all about that cumulative power. And this leads to something really important. Just start. Start now.
Even with just a little time.
Especially with just a little time. Waiting for the perfect moment, that big block of free time. It often never comes. Remember, John?
With the pronunciation practice.
Kept putting it off, waiting for a free week. Never happened. When he finally just committed to 10 minutes a day, that tiny start built real momentum. Don't wait, just begin.
Okay, so routine, clear, bite-sized goals, starting now. What else helps build this muscle?
Your environment, hugely important. And making intentional choices about what you allow in. Meaning actively removing distractions, turn off the phone notifications, log out of social media, find a quiet place if you need to. Make it easier to do the right thing.
Like Michael finding the library worked better than home.
Exactly. Fewer temptations. He engineered his environment for focus.
Makes sense.
And part of this is also learning to say no. Self-discipline fundamentally involves choosing your long-term goals over short-term distractions or pleasures. It's constant prioritization.
Saying no. That can be hard.
It can be. But think about Michael again, studying vocabulary. Friends invite him out during his planned study time. Saying no wasn't easy, but it was a yes to his goal.
Or Olivia saving for her house down payment.
Right. Saying no to some fun purchases now meant saying yes to that future house later. Every no to a distraction is a yes to your priorities.
Okay, I can see how these strategies work. But what about, doing it all alone? That feels daunting for a lot of people. Does support matter?
Oh, absolutely. It's huge. While the choice to act is internal, having support can make a massive difference.
How so?
Just knowing someone understands and supports your goals, it makes the journey easier. You're not carrying it all yourself. Sharing the goal can strengthen your own resolve.
And we saw some really lovely examples of that. Mark training for the marathon.
Yeah, and his wife Anna joining him sometimes.
That must have made such a difference to his motivation, his discipline. Or David learning English, telling his wife first Laura, then Emma.
And she encouraged him. Practice with him sometimes. That shared journey.
Yeah. And Paul building his business, his wife Mary, then Lisa backing him, managing things at home so he could focus. That partnership is powerful.
It really is. Don't underestimate the power of sharing your goals and asking for support.
Okay, so we're building routines, setting small goals, managing our environment, saying no, getting support. What about staying motivated along the way?
Right. Well, tracking your progress is key here.
Yeah.
Actually seeing the results of your discipline is incredibly reinforcing.
How do you mean? Like keeping a log?
Exactly. Could be a notebook, an app, just marking days on a calendar. Seeing that visual evidence of your consistency, it feeds your motivation.
Like Anna using her calendar for English practice, seeing all those marks in a row.
Creates that don't break the chain effect. You see the progress, you want to keep it going. Susan used a notebook, Emma too. That visual feedback loop is powerful.
Okay, tracking. Got it.
Or related to that. Celebrate the small wins. Don't just tick the box and move on.
Celebrate, like throw a party.
Doesn't have to be big. When you finish a study session, complete a task you committed to, reward yourself. Something simple. Of a short break, your favorite snack, listening to a song you love.
Positive reinforcement.
Precisely. Those small rewards create positive feelings associated with a disciplined action. It helps wire your brain to want to repeat it, like John rewarding himself with a nice meal after 5 straight days of study. It anchors the habit.
This is all great, but it sounds like you have to be perfect. What happens when you slip up? Because everyone does.
That is such a critical point. Self-discipline is absolutely not about being perfect. That's a recipe for giving up.
Okay.
Everyone has off days. Everyone feels weak or distracted sometimes. You will miss a study session occasionally or skip a task. It happens. That is not failure.
So the key isn't avoiding slips. It's what? How you respond.
Exactly. It's about not giving up. It's about getting back on track. Resilience is the real marker of discipline, not flawlessness.
Can you give an example?
Sure. David missed 3 days of English practice because work got crazy. Instead of throwing in the towel thinking I failed, he just made a plan to catch up and kept going. He understood one mistake doesn't define the effort.
Right.
Anna got sick, missed study days. As soon as she felt better, back to the plan. No guilt, just resumption. Or Rachel, whose schedule changed drastically.
She didn't quit.
No, she adapted. She couldn't do evenings anymore, so she switched to mornings. That flexibility within the commitment is key.
So it's about having a positive attitude towards those inevitable bumps in the road. That helps build stronger discipline.
Definitely. It's like strengthening the muscle by repairing it after it's been stressed. Getting back up is the workout.
That's a really helpful way to think about it. Okay, one last area maybe. Does self-discipline mean just working relentlessly nonstop?
Another common misconception. Absolutely not. That's the fast track to burnout.
Right. Rest isn't laziness then.
Rest is essential. It's crucial for staying healthy, focused, and effective. Trying to be disciplined without adequate rest is like trying to drive a car on an empty tank. You won't get far. You need recovery to avoid burnout.
So build breaks into the plan.
Yes. Think of Sarah and Anna. They both took short breaks during study time, and they prioritized getting enough sleep, like 8 hours a night. That wasn't slacking off. It was strategically recharging their batteries.
Replenishing the willpower, so to speak?
Exactly. Rest makes your disciplined efforts sustainable and more productive in the long run.
Okay, so pulling this all together, what's the main takeaway for listeners? It feels like self-discipline is less about some heroic inner strength.
And more about smart strategies and consistent choices.
Yeah. It's a choice you make every day, really. A muscle you train through these practical steps, routines, small goals, managing your environment, getting support, tracking, celebrating, being resilient, and resting.
And when you commit to that training, it becomes this incredibly reliable path to growth, to achieving what you set out to do.
It really transforms things.
And it goes beyond just hitting your own targets. It changes how you operate. You become more responsible and more dependable. People trust you more. Think of Anna getting that promotion because her discipline meant she finished a key project early.
Right. It has ripple effects.
It turns that fleeting motivation into consistent, reliable action that actually makes a difference, not just for you, but potentially for your team, your family.
So as you go about your day, maybe take a moment to reflect on this in your own life.
Yeah, and here's something to really chew on. If self-discipline is about making choices today for the person you want to be tomorrow, what's just one small, consistent action you could commit to starting today? Just one. And imagine what profound change could that single consistent action unlock for you down the road.